Fine.
like 1 hour.
Sometimes you just gotta just talk, you know?
Yeah, yeah. What you want? How you wanna? What kind of? How we can start it? Because I don't know. I mean, from my experience, shall I start talking about my experience or?
Yeah, just talk your experience. I think most of your injuries are from jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, everyone. I mean, actually, everyone is from jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, just walk us through.
Yeah, it was like when I was we say like this. I was like I don't know 28 years old, uh, and I don't know. I decided like I want to do something. I want to do something. There was a time when I was getting married, a lot of stress, a lot of I was not feeling well. So I was looking for something, just to find something which I can do. And I was like, oh, I will do MMA because I always liked to fight on the street when I was young.
Hmm.
That sounds crazy, but I was only feeling like I can do it. And actually, my wife's like, yeah, go try. And I went and I meet the first time I meet Martin Edinburgh from Conde, and then like, man, don't do MMA. You don't know anything about that. Start first the ground, and then after a year you can see if you want. Then you can jump to do the strike, whatever. You can do more. But right now it starts from jiu-jitsu, and I'm like, man, I'll trust you. I don't have any experience. I will trust you, and I'll follow your tips. So I started doing jiu-jitsu. And the problem was, or directly, I was a big guy, I was a strong guy, I was like 100 kilos. Yeah, I don't know if I show you the picture when I was.
I think you did. I think you or Patricia, somebody showed me the picture. You
I
body.
was like really, really big guy. So and strong actually. I was very strong. Yuan was my like partner sparring in
Mm-hmm.
that time because he was big and I was big. So I was very tough. I was going hard, really, really hard, and and I was not realized like I'm doing like micro injuries, which and I never give the time to heal. I was just pushing because and there was a lot of it was problem with the ego actually.
Mm-hmm.
Ego have a lot to do with the injuries because sometimes you don't want to give up because you think no, I will not let, and then you just how you calling just destroying yourself, by pushing too hard. So when I see the coming back to the story, I was training. In the first 6 months, the first 6 months already was having injury with my knee. The first right knee was was like was like tap out. It was like the guy was jumping my guard.
Oh yeah.
And the problem was I was not preparing right. I was not prepared for this type of fight already because my posture was completely wrong. Now I know how to handle this. Even if you jump, whatever, I know how to handle this. But before was like, someone jumped, and then also the people white belt, that crazy. I was also white belt. I was crazy. I was going crazy, and the people were going crazy on me. So tough one time, and then I was not even realized like I need to go to the doctor and check this what really happened there. I was just anti-inflammatory next day train, and then I
Oh
was doing.
goodness.
Yes, I was pushing because maybe why the first time I find something which people around on the side like, hey man, you are good, you are very good, you're doing well. And then you start like, oh, fun, this is something for me because I'm doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like I was pushing even harder and harder, and I was like start training, 2 times a day, almost 7 days a week. So never time to recover. And 28 years old, okay, I'm still young, but it's already it's not the same like you are 20 or 18 or 15, whatever. So yeah. So this was my first injury, and then I was pushing, and finally, completely, the knee collapsed. So I couldn't even walk. After a few weeks, I was just pushing and pushing, and then I just wake up. I couldn't even walk anything. So yeah, then we come to the first operation. I mean, it was not big operation. It was actually they wanna because they was not sure like the ACL was because they say also the ACL is torn completely, but they was not so sure. So they wanna check it by going an autoscopy, whatever it's called. So you mean the tools which you have like camera and they
go and
cleaning
look in there. They're just
yeah. This operation is like 14 minutes or half an hour, and you're sleeping. Of course, you don't feel anything, but still, someone is already in your body. So yeah, they clean, they fix, and after operation, of course, surgery. I get the doctor to say like, look, your ACL is only 10% left. You have it's actually on nothing. It's hanging on nothing. But now we clean there all the free bodies we take out. So now you need to start rehab. So I start rehabilitation and actually this was the which a lot of people doesn't understand how important it is to rehab. Like rehab even if you don't have an injury, because these people, the physiotherapists, which helping you, they know how to make this small muscle strong. Which is not the biggest one. Which of course we can go to the gym, do some squats, and we're gonna have a big legs, but there is a lot of small muscle around the knee, which holding and make it stable. And this he know how you call it, make it then stronger, whatever, and also like he make my balance much better. And yeah, and I think I was back like after 3 months, where the doctor said don't go like at least 6 months, and I was already after 3 months. But of course, I was much earlier. I was I think 1 month after, but I was only drilling. I was just drilling, doing something, be with the people around. But after 3 months, I will start sparring again quite hard. And then the next injury was like when I was a year like a group white belt. And then I went in the competition, no gi. It was actually not my fault, but still I can say yes. I don't know. There was competition, no rules almost. So it means white belts can can take heel logs, whatever. They can take your leg and take home.
It wasn't at Fighter Center, was it?
Sorry, yeah, that was on the fight.
A Fighter Center.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Fight Center.
No, it was not in Fight Center. No.
Okay.
It was in some another city. It was like I think like 1 hour from Gothenburg. There was some small it was calling I think Alec. The competition was called Alec. It was very known in Sweden. No gi competition. And you know who was with me? Who saw this where this happened was your friend from Atlanta.
Oh, Jeff Cummings?
No, Jeff.
Someone else from?
I don't know.
Yeah, it has to be Jeff.
Who?
It wasn't Jeff? Jeffrey?
Not Jeff. No. I forget his name.
What am I thinking of?
He was purple belt.
Oh, Will. Will?
No.
Not Will? Mike Vixen?
No, he was very young. You don't actually, know him, but you are not best friends with him, but you know him very well. I don't know. Look, now I don't remember the name. It's gonna hard for me even find, but you know him very well. I'm gonna think about that. I'll let you later. So you saw that because he came to Sweden for 2 weeks. So he was training with us, in Conde, and then we went to the competition. And I was going for double under, wherever to like try to balance. But the same that I just make it a step with my first knee, with a knee which gets injured, I step. Like when you're going like you just try to go lower. When you lower the guy jumps guard. So I was not have good posture. Was not like square. Was like my one knee was on the front, another one on the back. So when he jumped, all his weight, he fall down on my knee. So completely was twisting,
Oh.
I promise you, this pain I will remember that I was screaming, like, give me some morphine, whatever you have there. I was really, really, really painful. That was really, really, I promise you. So of course the ambulance came, they took me to the hospital because I was not having any stability in my knee. It was completely the ACL, muscle. I don't know how you call this muscle which you have behind the knee, which you can feel yourself like it was completely off, and also meniscus.
Oh.
So it was like they even have some. The doctors say they have some name of that, like the 3-in-1. You understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh.
So I was really there was nothing, no any stability. I could twist my knee with another direction.
Oh.
So it was really there was very serious injury, very serious. And of course I don't give up. I just 6 months at home, and that also was very weird because in Sweden they prefer to let you, because I was waiting for my turn for the surgery, and this was to get I was on the line, and would get me was getting 6 months. 6 months I was sitting at home, not working, and of course government. I mean the government was paying money. Government, more like insurance, but this is like insurance from the government. So they was paying my money to be me at home. I don't understand. It's not better to take this money and pay to the private clinic so they can fix this faster, so I can be faster to come back to work and make it money for the to paying the taxes again. But they just okay, now you can rest 6 months. And of course, it's not only 6 months, but then after operation, it's another 6 months. So it was like a year at home, completely. This was a very serious injury because when they do the surgery, it was quite long surgery, because I remember the doctor told me they usually do in 2 or 3 times this operation. Because but they said because I'm young and because I'm athlete, I'm doing it. So he was gonna try to do this one, and actually I get one of the best doctors in Sweden. So I was very happy. Actually, I was not really know him, but I was started reading about him. Looking on the Google with it, and he was very known, and everyone was like 5 stars. There was a doctor of 5 stars, and I remember he was walking with the gold. And he was very sure about himself. He was very confident. And he was also doing judo. He was doing judo.
Okay.
So he would know about the whole injuries. And so yeah, he operated my knee, and and was I was on the beginning. I was not so sure how this gonna end after the surgery, but actually was a lot of pain, a lot of training. I was having rehab every day, because they were worried because the problem is after surgery is if you don't get good physiotherapists which are going to help you to make the muscles strong and also the mobility. And also you can't pull too much because you can break this, which was reconstruct all the ligaments. You understand? If you're going to do too much, so you need to have a feeling, at least for the first 6 months. So that was this very serious injury. And of course, I come back after. I thought I was never going to come back to do jiu-jitsu, but actually this was more motivation for me, because when I was doing all this rehab and all the gyms that I was training, in my head was, I'm doing this because I want to be back to jiu-jitsu. So
Tomasz.
I was pushing again. And I remember that my physiotherapist told me, man, I'm here actually. I know you know all this exercise. You could handle yourself, but I'm here to slow you down, because you can make it one more time and you're very easy. So I'm trying to slow you down and make it this time longer for the recovery, so you are recovery right. And happen, and I trust him. He calls Sam. He's actually he's a very good physiotherapist, I can say. Really, very, very, very good. So yeah. After I think 1.5 years after the injury completely, I come back to jiu-jitsu. But before that, I was already, I think after 8 months total, I was already drilling. I was drilling, when you have orthos on your knee, the protection.
Yeah.
With a I don't know what we call it, like metal. So it's protection for you don't.
Like the knee brace.
Yeah. So I was even drilling with this,
Mm-hmm.
I was drilling. I bought even special because I was having some really big ones from the hospital. Like half meter. You understand what?
Like
Yeah. It was like a really long. So I just bought like short one, also with the metal and all adjustment of the angles,
Mm-hmm.
So on, I will start drilling, and finally slow. You know how it is. You're drilling, then you start with slow sparring, and and everyone else, just be careful, just be careful.
Wait. So, just so people are gonna be watching this. I was the guy being like, "Hey, Tomasz, be careful, don't get injured." How did you take that, Tomasz, when I would say stuff like that?
Actually, I was depends on the day, but the most I was not like I was happy like someone care, like you caring about but at the same time it was making annoying. It was annoying, like what the fuck, just let me to train. And so but I know all guys want to have me all the time, not just temporarily for 1 month and then it's injured, and then again I need to recover it and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I understand your thought about like training smart. Now I understand, but how many years to try to understand this? Now finally I find some balance, but it was getting me many years. Maybe because with the age, I don't know. I think age makes a different, view also. Some people, when they come into jiu-jitsu, they already know this. They know how to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a guy which just no, I could put because I want to be good. I want to be bad. I was pushing myself to the limit, And actually, the result was only injured the most. And of course, I was tough. But my I can say the technical my old tools and all the techniques was not really perfect. Was not the timing, was not the right moment, was not I can say done right, because I was more focused of pushing hard, like winning and pushing hard. Now I'm opposite. Now I'm looking to get like sharpening my technique because I have the toughness. I know how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But how you can fight? Okay, we can say like this: you can't fight really good. Even you can be the toughest, whatever. But if you don't have a tool, how are you gonna? So
yeah, you can't.
So that's what I want to say to the people which doing jiu-jitsu. They should start from this position. That just like don't try to win and be like pushing to the limit on the beginning, because this is going to have a time in the later when you're going to learn your body, accept the different angles, the different, you understand? So you're going to learn right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing wrong. That's why I'm just thinking like I was doing wrong, because I was pushing, I was want to be tough, but that's why I was having so much injury, I can say, because my body was not ready for this yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the most important is movement. You need to learn the movement first to go, so you can go later slowly. You can push harder and harder and harder. I was doing opposite. I was pushing hard from the beginning, and now I'm looking for the right.
Now you're like slow down, technique.
Now I'm slow down. I'm doing technique, and I'm doing. And I promise you, the funny on that story, I'm doing much better. I'm learning much faster. No injuries. of course, maybe there is sometimes small, but it's not because I'm doing this was injured right now. This is all my injury, which is which I feel still. You understand what I mean? And sometimes I just need to slow down and just okay, now I need to rest today because if I'm gonna push for another 2 days, of course I can survive, I can push, I can do right, but then finally something gonna break or whatever. So I try to protect this right now, like be smart, feel my body, like I don't know. That's the goal is like I just feel this. I just feel like okay, if my body is really painful after the example 2-3 days of training, I just say no. Now it's time to rest, and the rest is not like oh we're gonna go to the gym. The rest is really rest. So it means like you're doing some active, but it's not like it's better if you go for the long walk, go to swim, and something like that makes you recover faster. But don't push to the because it's not like a lot of people like oh I was not doing jiu-jitsu but I went to doing cardio really hard,
Like,
but
yeah,
you're still pushing, and then actually body doesn't have a time to recover. So it's and also depends on the genetics. Example, my doctor said because about my elbows. I have a really problem with my elbows too. Not only he said like my all joints it was not designed right from the beginning. So it's also genetics coming. Some people can handle, some not. So you need to. That's why what I want to say from the beginning. You need to feel your body. Try to see how far. I mean, like also looking for your limit. I find my limit on the beginning already. I should really slow down on the beginning. But but it's like you want to push, and then when after the knee when I was back to jiu-jitsu, I get promoted directly with a blue belt, and I don't understand why because I was not ready. But yeah, my coach was thinking like I'm ready. He only I think because he saw because I was just tough, I was tough. But and then Felix, I start a lot of training with him, like try to get all the techniques which I missed from the last year, which I was injured. So I was a lot of working with him, and of course I was back in 6 months. I was already ready to compete, but was a hard time. And then of course the time when I was back, of course there was a lot of armbars, never stopped, and come a lot of micro injuries, which also tomorrow will be fine because I don't tap. I try to run from the armbar, and of course I run, but then with was costing me some micro injury, which of course was only hurting. Next day was okay, was a bit maybe swollen, whatever, just anti-inflammatory, and then it's fine. But someday I wake up, and I just wake up like I just feel my elbows or my mobility, like I can't really, and then like I get really a shock because this come like in a few months. I was not even feel this, and I never even check. And then I just like, why are you so stiff? I can't even. And then come problem with my elbow, and then I will start losing the how you call it?
The feeling, right? Your nerves.
Feeling on my two fingers, small fingers, and on the side, because there was the problem was the pressure of the nerve in the elbow. So of course, next surgery, I went doing the surgery. They release the pressure. They also need to how you call it, cut a lot of, scrape. It's what they say. They scrape a lot of bones around to make a space because I don't know how you call it, but it's like with a scar. If you have a scar, if you cut yourself, in this place the skin will be much fatter, much. Because the body, the rest of the body is like this. If you injure, if you cut, they're gonna produce more because they're thinking for the future. You understand what I mean? So that's what with my elbow was recovery, but was growing and growing. So all these micro injuries, which was like small bones, somewhere or whatever, or was just growing more and more and more. And that's why someday I wake up. That's why it was pressure of the nerves, because in the canal where you have this nerve, it was growing bones, you know. So that's why it was pressure. Yeah, and then they make surgery, and I don't know. You remember? I think after 4 weeks I come back to row.
Yeah, and you still had the sleeve on. We're like, Tomasz, man, stay home,
Yeah.
Tomasz.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, I should listen to you. I should stay at home because I think in 2 days later I mean the night when you was telling me don't do it, go home. I think I get the really high fever, and next day I went to the doctor because to the hospital actually, because I get high fever, and I couldn't even touch the elbow. That was infection. So and I don't understand how this happened, because actually they pulled all the stitches 2 weeks before, and everything was healed quite nice. So I don't know, but I guess this could be from the operation. They could maybe leave something, or because actually after when I talked with the doctor, he said like I don't know really. Maybe there was some. He said there was like we leave already some bacteria there, or you maybe went to you thought that the cut was healed, but was maybe some micro opening which the bacteria went, whatever, I don't know. So and this is because of the training, you know. Maybe if I could stay at home, don't train and listen to the doctor, listen to Alec, listen to you, maybe we'll be fine. But because of my pushing to train faster, I slow down about another 4 weeks because they need to cut this, they need to clean, they need to close again. And actually was not closing. I was working for like 2 or 3 weeks with it open because this needs to dry, and this need to be healed like without any stitches. So it was tough for me. Yeah, and then I was back in a few months. It was like I remember, or 2 or 3 months. And then of course, when everything was going well, again I get injured in another arm. I get fresh, exactly the same situation, but in the right hand this time, in the right elbow. So exactly the same, but here we was much more smarter. We was much faster because in this I was having pressure for so many months. So I'm not recovery. I can feel now, but it's not the same like it was before. So it means the nerves, because I don't know if you know, like the nerves can grow completely new. Nerves can grow from here to here, but the growing is like or recovery.
It's very slow.
It's like one. I remember that was someday the doctor told me like one day. It's like 1 day like half or 1 millimeter. So think how much it is. It's like 40 centimeters. So it's quite because this nerve. I'm not the doctor. I remember they were saying that. So I don't want to like. I don't want to go deeper with it because I don't really. But that's why I feel this, because it's not really recovering like complete. But the most important, I'm getting my strength back, because this was the most important. I was not having any muscle in here between my fingers. It was like I could see my bones, you know, really, with no muscle, and I not even realized when I lost it. It was like this. So yeah, and then yeah, and then I get another, like I said, my right. But here we was doing directly. Was I just start feeling like some pressure on the nerve? I called it. He say, okay, then we operate directly, and they operate. And this operation went quite well, very well, and very fast. And recovery was very fast. But this time I was listening. I was listening the physiotherapist. I was listening you. I was listening another guys and the doctor. I stay at home. I recovery complete, and then I was back to training. And from that time, of course, there was a lot of small injuries which but nothing serious. Recovery. But actually, I feel the many places which I think it's fine, but I feel when I overtrain, I just feel this place. So it means there is some small micro injury which will probably stay with me for the rest of my life. So, like I said, jiu-jitsu can be very healthy, but at the same time, depends of the person, can be really bad for the body. If you don't take care of the body from the beginning, right? I think it's like I said, genetic and also smart training. Because example, you are very athlete. I can see you can fight. You're gonna recover very fast. I can see that you are by genetic really like a really strong man. I was always, when I was 20, I was weighing like 62 kilos. I was very tiny, small guy. So then I I was gonna do the gym, and I started doing the gym. I was eating. That was actually on the end was not really muscle, but it was a lot of fat at the same time. But I was already 100 kilos. You understand what I mean? So it also was not right done because I put a lot of weight. Muscle was not so strong. It was not ready. You understand what I mean? For this weight. That also from the beginning with the knees can be a lot of it's also I think was the weight was making me like I get this injury so fast with the knees at least because the muscle was not strong enough, and also like I think my body doesn't know how to move right. How to protect, when you fight in jiu-jitsu, sometimes you're gonna, I'm gonna get sweat, but you already know how to lounge without any injury, or you at least you try. Sometimes it doesn't work, but you trying at least, and also the balance and everything. You learn it from the beginning, and then it's easy in the competition to not get injured. But like I said, from the beginning, I was doing opposite. I want to be tough. Example, if you're going to show me some move, I will not going to do this move in the drilling or doing this easy. I was going to just drive. And of course, I was going to do opposite and I was going to hurt myself. I mean, not right now, but it was like the old days when I was white belt. And I see this. The funny, I mean, it's not funny actually, but I see this a lot of. It's not a lot, but it's always in any gyms when I was visiting. There is like few guys like that, like they pushing themselves to the limit, which is not necessary. With the time now when I'm training jiu-jitsu now, like 10 years, around 9-10 years. It's from 2012. Now we have a 2000.
Oh,
2000. I start 2012. 2012 in March or April. I started jiu-jitsu. 2012. So it's almost 10 years. We say 9 years. So with my experience with that all the time, I just see like it's really. I lost at least 3 years of just dealing with the injuries. It's not what it was healthy for my mental, the jiu-jitsu. That's why I'm doing this because it's really, I feel like jiu-jitsu is part of me. Sometimes it's hard even to go to training, but I know if I'm going to go, I'm going to feel great. That's how I feel. And now I also, when I finally find a way to don't injure myself, don't push to the limit, or if I feel my body, okay, now it's too tired, and I just feel like, my knees is tired or my muscle is tired, then I was not going to push because this is like if the muscle is tired, that means if I'm going to push this on this training, this session, I'm going to push to the limit. Maybe the muscle will not going to be so strong because it's tired to hold in the place, and then it's going to pop again.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to how do you call it, avoid this. Don't do this anymore, and also think about recovery, And of course, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm still taking like anti-inflammatory when I feel after, for example, I was training for 2 weeks without any, or maybe with 1 or 2 days of resting, but I feel like my body is full of, because I'm 37 years old right now, and I promise you, I just feel it's like if for example, if I'm gonna train today, I was training in the morning. Now I feel this, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Probably after tomorrow will be fine completely. But if I'm gonna go tomorrow, push again, on the third day, next day will be already gonna feel much more like today, because it was already 2 days. Even if I was resting, but still it's so. The best actually option for me could be like train today, tomorrow rest, train tomorrow, after tomorrow one. So it's every second day. But I will start feeling like I'm losing my, I don't know how to say. It's like
timing or something.
Yeah. I was like just and then also like learn, like Joe was just coming for rolling. Yeah, so not anything learning, just roll bit and go home. And now when I'm doing like 3 days a roll and then 1 day rest, then I just have a time like I'm rolling and I'm trying, like learning. I'm doing something. I'm working on some position, whatever. I'm just learning, and I just feel my body is moving like in the old days when I was younger. I just feel like to show up on the training next day. It's quite hard because you have a pain. You still feel like stiff. Well, when I'm getting warm, everything disappears. I don't feel any pain, anything. I just can go. So even now, I have some problem with the meniscus, and I was in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. I was in the hospital, and actually, and there was nothing in jiu-jitsu, nothing. Which I just wake up next day. It was pain. It was really pain. I couldn't even walk. So I get scared, and I went to the doctor. And actually, they helped me. They helped me. They don't really help. They just check out. They make an X-ray. He say like he doesn't see so much, but he thinks it's meniscus. And now he sent me to the MRI.
Which leg was it?
Sorry.
Which leg, Tomasz?
Which is the left one. Which
left leg. Your good leg. Was that your good? That's the one you injured. You injured both.
Yeah, I both. No. It was I injured both. I injured first was the right one, which was like the we say meniscus and the ACL, and the serious injury, which was like and it was the left one. So what I want to say about this is the doctor. When I meet the doctor, he say like from his by the touching, because the stability I have, the knee is stable. There is no. He said there is a little swollen, but I told him like, hey man, I'm just I just feel something between the bones. Something is it's like free body inside. Feel it. Like sometimes it's not blocking, but I feel when I'm stepping wrong or in the angle, I just feel it, Because after, of course, when I was in the hospital, then after 2-3 days, it disappeared. Was getting better and better, but I still feel the point where it's painful. So and then I get a point in the doctor, and now he sent me to the MRI. So I hope I think I get already letter for 25 of mine. I was gonna go to MRI, and then we see what it is. And he said what he said like 7 years after, because I was operated 7 years ago, 7 or 8. He say like something like that. And he say like that was actually long time ago, and I'm very surprised like you was not having anything this time. Like everything was good with your knee, the way how you live and whatever. And I said, yes, of course, if you're getting so serious injury later, I was really protecting my both knees, I was trying to learn any movement, like if someone jump on my guard, I know how to protect, how to, everything. I was trying to really make it my legs really strong. That was my goal, So actually that's also important. It makes it your legs very strong if you want to avoid the injuries. But I'm not talking only like strong to go to the gym and do only squats, because like I said, there's a lot of different exercise for the balance, which actually balance is the most important, and plus of course the build the strength of your muscle around the knee. But actually the muscle is protecting us from the injury. If you don't have, example, and I can see this actually from the people which they are heavy, they usually have a problem with the knees. They usually have a problem with the knees. They have some injury every training, because they waiting more like they should, and they need to cure this and the muscle is not really strong around the knees, and also the weight which they have. So sometimes for some people, it's better to lose some weight, make it strong, and protect the injuries on the knees, at least on the knees. I don't know the arms. It's really hard to say, because all the injury with my elbows, I think it's from the like no give up in the no tap. Yeah, armbar. And this, you can. I mean, there was actually. It's not. I can say. I don't know. You was not with me in Madrid. I was competing in Madrid. Actually, it was like one of the good competitions. and I I was doing ankle lock, and exactly in this arm, I was just like try to pull, and I just hear something pop, poof. And I thought, no, I was just so scared. I'm like, hey man, are you okay? And he's like, he tough, of course he tough, but he said, yes, I'm fine, nothing. I asked him, are you serious? Because I hear something pop up on your foot. No, it's fine. And then 2 years, what I'm talking about. 2 hours later, after competition, I went eat, take a beer, and then I start slowly feel like getting swollen, pain, and I can't move my arm and my elbow. I can't the mobility. I couldn't even move, getting stiff. And then I started to realize like the pop was in my elbow, was not on his. So you see, I injured even my elbow.
You injure yourself.
It was actually very, and of course, I was back from Madrid and just maybe 1 week no train, taking anti-thermal, and then come back to training after 1 week. Was fine, okay. And then again and again, something it happened a lot, and then like I said, someday I realized like I couldn't even move my elbows, So what can I give a tips is, first, if you injure yourself, like don't wait. Like, of course we're gonna be better. I'm sure after 2 days or 3 days, if you take anti-inflammatory, we'll be fine. But the problem is, maybe you have some micro injury to make a really big injury later. You understand what I mean? So it's better to fix this before. Then maybe you don't need to even operate. You understand what I mean? A good recovery with under someone which understand the how you call it, like physiotherapist, which can help you.
Yeah.
Will protect from making really big serious injury. That's what I think. It's and I think it's not worth to push yourself and do another week if you think like I can't train. I mean, like I can't be without training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I will start thinking, I mean, like think like this, like okay, we're talking about maybe about 2-3 weeks. But if you don't make it rest, maybe in 1 year you will need to do the break for fucking 3 years, or maybe you're not gonna even come back because of some really serious injury. So sometimes it's better to rest if you feel something or something happened already. Like go and check. Because many with the elbows, I can say I never go in to check really. It was already when I went was too late. Was already like it's a really serious injury, and a lot of doctors said he have a lot of work he need to do by the surgery or operation, whatever. Like so yeah. And like I said, it's genetic. I'm not really athlete like like my body is not. So you need to also adapt the style. I can say the style of the fight too. You know, that's why I also feel like you can find your way, so you can fight very good without make it injure, like fight safe. I don't know. That's also I was looking for a few years to just find my way of fighting without doing injury.
Mm-hmm.
But what I learned one time, just now I know, just tap. When someone hold my arm, I was not gonna move. I was not gonna run because of course you have this maybe a few seconds to move,
Mm-hmm.
but you're risking like you're gonna move. Maybe you were gonna escape, but we're gonna tap something because that's usually gonna happen. I escaped so many times and always I was having pain later.
Yeah. How important is it? Because like, I've trained with the same guys, so sometimes they would like talk shit to you. Like I'm sure that played into it a lot. Say you're going with like Johan or someone, like you're like I don't want to tap, right?
Oh no, I know. Does this happen a lot? I see a lot of people doesn't. I don't know you, but I actually I know you're a very humble guy without any ego. At least I never see you that way. And actually I'm not also that guy but my ego is maybe different way. I'm not mad. For example, I have a problem to give up. I have a problem to give up. This is the problem. And ego is the way also like even if you're gonna submit me, I'm not gonna be mad of you or something. I'm gonna be happy for you because you've done it. I'm gonna be really mad of myself, like I done something wrong to let you. So yeah. So ego also have a very big. Ego can really destroy too because because you can push to the. You never want to give up. Sometimes you need to give up to learn this position, to understand this position. Just okay, he trapped me. Okay, what shall I do? Shall I start breaking my arm? Okay, maybe in the competition, if it's we're talking about some really important competition in the example final, maybe I was gonna risk and just try to break this arm, break the foot, which I also think is not necessary because you can come back in next year and try to win again. But yeah, at least for me, a reason to break is maybe really high. Like we're talking about world or European, maybe I'm gonna risk, but you should never risk on some small competition. It's not necessary. Competition is the part of our learning, and you're just going there, you're checking yourself, your skill of your jiu-jitsu, and there you're learning. Okay, this guy was good in this. He put me in this, and okay, now. And usually that's how I learn a lot. I was going back to the gym, and when I was lost some competition, I just come back and I was lost. Well, okay, I was working on this. Okay, this was he put me in here. This position I need to figure out right now. That's I think people should take it. It's not it's not worth. Now, if I could have a chance to go back, I promise I could start in another way of jiu-jitsu. Of course, I'd be like to I lost my example 10 years of my because I think jiu-jitsu is really beautiful when you are like 15 when you start and you're doing jiu-jitsu. It helps you a lot. I started very late when I was 28, which is still was fine. But you know, when I saw many times, and maybe this also was the problem because I saw this all young guys, which they was pushing. They could train like 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to do the same. But then I was like, there is pain here. They are like, and then also the problem is they was not even working. They was just going home, sleep, eat, come back to the training. And I would need to go deal with the work, deal with my family, and go back to the training again. And that was my like, that's how I was just existing like this: morning training, going to work, morning training, going home, take care of family, and the evening come back to the training. That's how I was.
Other guy just eat, sleep.
Yeah, they just eating, sleeping, resting, and I was not resting. I was not resting. So that's also part. If you have a like also like full life, like you have a family or whatever, you have a like you don't have a time to rest.
That's true.
Don't go to another class. So I think it's not necessary. Just go one class and do right. Do like you learn something, you done some good throw, but don't go like just in the morning and then in the evening, and then you don't have even time, and then you coming after the second class home, and actually you are dead. You're sleeping in the morning. You need to go to work, and then you again, example 11 or 10, you need to be in the class. It's really without. You need to be 20 or you need to be on Brazilian supplements.
Acai.
Acai. Or you're just going very light. You're just going to the gym. You're spending these 2 classes, but you're going very easy. Not like really raw. It's more like the drilling. Actually, with the drilling, I also was having a lot of was feeling my body. It was not like yes, really. Many times I was just like example in the morning I was pushing like we were doing some training like with the rolling and everything, and then in the evening I was just going to drill. Even the drilling I was feeling really much. Yeah. So I think 1 class per day for me, if I can handle like example, because that's my goal is if I could do like from Monday to Friday every day 1 class. Or opposite, if I can do from Monday to Wednesday 3 classes, then Thursday break, and then Friday and Saturday. That can be because maybe I need to have a 1 day. I don't have a like schedule like you need to. Even if you pain, you need to go. No, if I'm really pain, because there's some classes when you feel like you can manage next day, but there is some classes which you feel like I can't go because if I'm I was gonna injure myself again. So now I'm just trying to balance, I just feel like, but my goal, the main goal is like, I try to at least train 5 times to 6 times a week, but at 6, this is like extra mile already for me. I think 5, it will be perfect. And then maybe 2 times just to not really heavy lifting, but like I'm talking about like recovery lifting, like more exercise to get mobility of arms, legs, whatever. So fun. It's so dry. I'm talking too much.
Tomek. All right, Tomek.
Sorry for my English. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to but it's still I need to learn a lot.
Your English is better than mine.
Oh, come on, man. No.
All right, Tomek, I think that's good, man.
How this happen, man? You are from America. I am from Poland. How this can happen? I'm talking better. No, it's not. So actually, I'm getting better because I'm speaking a lot with John. With John, with you when he was in here, those are like very good training for me because when you speak with Swedish people, they speaking in I say this European English. Not like the accent is different. They don't using all the words, or they're using the words which is like a basic. You understand what I mean? Sometimes when I'm you or John, like, sorry, what did you say? Sorry, what did you say?
Some word we're like.
Yeah, it was like, what was there? It's really was tough for me to understand. But now I'm getting much better with you guys. Really. But I remember when I meet you first time,
you're like, what did he say?
What the fuck did he say? What he said?
It actually helped me because I started like speaking slower. Maybe start speak slower. Because before I was like, you got that comic?
Yeah, no, and I was like, understand. You just need to speak. I mean, if you're gonna speak slow, and then I will understand. Now it's getting better. Your accent, I understand. And John also. I remember when John in the beginning also I could understand him, but now actually I understand John very well. Even sometimes I don't understand the word in the all mean. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. But from all this, I was gonna understand because I was understand before and after. You understand? I don't know.
It's just, like the context or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because I understand him clear when he's talking. Because I'm spending time quite. We see each other 5 times a week. So we talk a lot. So I'm getting better with that. And I'm not the best guy which to learn any language. I always was having problems.
We speak about 3 languages.
I'm good with that, but not any language.
But I mean, you speak 3 languages pretty much. I mean, you're Swedish. I don't know how you're Swedish.
Yeah, don't say I speak Swedish. I understand Swedish, but I don't speak. I just maybe I can say some basic things, but I don't want to say this like this is speaking because I don't know. No. But of course, if I could put myself like really, but I was trying last year before Corona, I went to school, like I don't know, we called it SFI in Sweden. It's for the people which want to learn Swedish. I went there. I was having class 1 time a week. I was meeting people. I talk and I was getting well. And then come Corona, and they just start doing like coding school and make it like working by online at home. And it was not the same. It was not the same. And then I just give up again. And then also like if I could focus, if I could put my energy, which I was doing always, put in Swedish. Yeah. Give me a few months, I could speak very well Swedish.
It's so weird because I remember Maureen. You remember Maureen? John's
yeah.
Like to get a job, she had to like learn a lot of Swedish.
Yeah.
But for me and John know Swedish. It's like it didn't matter. Like.
No, and I don't know if I told you that. I make it. It was like not deal, but it was like Yuan was, I think Yuan or Leo, like who first gonna learn Swedish? If it's gonna be me or John?
Oh, you.
And actually, we don't learn. He doesn't learn, and I don't learn. Of course, I speak. Probably, maybe I can speak more like him, but.
You actually understand Swedish, though, John.
Yes, I understand. And actually, I was surprised with this. It was like on Wednesday. They came the owner of the place where we have the workshop, and he's very Swedish, and he always speaks to Swedish to me, and he know I don't speak. And he always tries to, and I just answer. He speaks Swedish to me, and I answer in English, And I'm like, fine, you understand everything what I'm saying. I say, from to be in Sweden 15 years, to only hear this, you will gonna understand. You don't need to even learn. So, and I saw actually before when you left. I already see like you were getting also into Swedish. You would start saying.
Man, I was teaching the kids though.
Yes, I know, and I was very surprised actually. You was more. You was having more Swedish like John,
Yeah, I had to.
Because
so we did that.
Sorry.
We did that camp in Dynamics camp. It was before I left. Man, they made me teach the kids class. It was like I think like 50 kids, no English. I was
No
like, oh
English. That's
man.
what you're gonna do.
I was like, oh no. But I was able to go. I was able to teach. So
You manage. You manage.
yeah, somehow.
Yeah, I know because I could before you left I saw you was very having interesting in Swedish. You was getting interesting because I think I don't have this interesting and John also, and that's why we don't really. I have sometimes it's temporary. I have like, okay, now I need to learn English, Swedish, sorry, Swedish. Then I'm going to school for 3 months and I'm learning, but then I'm losing like, okay, bye bye. And then COVID was actually helping me to give up, which was,
But
I don't know.
I remember the kids were like, hey, speak Swedish. And I was like, I'm trying. So that I think that motivated me because the kids were like annoyed.
But because they don't understand, I was having a situation in the kindergarten like a few days ago. There was like I go and get Maya from kindergarten, and she was one of the teacher, and there was also a boy, which Maya is 1.5 years old. I mean 18 months, and the boy was like 5 years old,
Uh,
and he started speaking to me Swedish, but he say something and I was completely don't understand him, and it was not because I don't because the way how he said and also the accent and how we call it and the way how he say I was not understand and like I'm sorry but I don't speak Swedish and she say I can translate you the teacher and he say like your daughter is very cute. I was like oh.
like,
No, listen, actually, I was kidding because they are still kids. Okay, so I was not looking that way, but of course, if this can like at 15 years old, yeah, that can be that we can talk. But and then he like, I can speak English if you want, and I was shocked, boy, 5 years old.
They learn by watching like YouTube.
Yeah. Just Nathan example. Nathan, my son has. He's a very smart guy. Actually, he's a very cool guy. He have a problem with the language, like me. Like when I was young, he have a diagnosis from the doctor and from the logoped. I don't know. Do you know logoped? What it is?
Mm-hmm.
This is some local. I don't know. We call this in Swedish logoped. It's like
I have to look it up.
coach of the talking.
Oh, like language.
How to tell right. You understand what I'm saying? It's like to say something because he's cutting a lot. And he's not building right everything, but he understands completely. He speaks Swedish, Polish, and bit of English, and he's learning all these three languages in now. So it's hard for him, and also he have this he have a diagnosis on the dog like he have a late talk. This means he will gonna go through with that, but it will gonna come a bit later, like I don't know, like another case. So I'm really feel sorry for him because he want to say so much, and sometimes he's some words which he can't find. You understand what I mean? And then he's just turning something, but he speaks. He actually made big progress from the last time when we saw you in Orlando. He speak. He even speak more English right now. Before when he meet you, it was the thank you or whatever was saying on. Now he starts building by you watching YouTube. YouTube. So the kids learning from YouTube. So and actually he's missing you. He told me. I told him like I'm gonna talk today with Alec, and he's like, oh, he know you. No, when I say Alec, he know you very well. He just has good memory from the when we was visiting you. So it was a really cool time for us. And I would love to go to this place. Actually, was really cool. It was really cool.
You guys got to go to Universal.
Yes.
Actually, Disney. I think you went to Disney, right?
Yes, we went to Disney.
You only went to one park. There's like four more parks.
Man, we don't even see half of that. There was a lot of, it was 4 parts or 5 parts, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah. We was on actually Disney only, and some another one place, but it was not so. We was there 11 days. We don't. When you're going on vacation, you don't want to just spend to. I love actually spending active the vacation, but also at the same time, I need to have this time when I just wake up whatever I want, and okay, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit down today and just
relax.
Or just go and train. so that's why I was not stressing. And also about money, economy, going with a family and try to go to each part. Man, you guys helping me a lot with I was getting surprised when you say, yeah, I was gonna help you to fix. I was like,
I didn't think about the price because like each kid is like $100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You because of you and I forget his name now. Never mind. The owner of the gym. I saved like 5,000 korons. This was like I was like
a lot of money.
It was a lot of money. So was really cool, and I was really thankful you guys. Really, you guys surprised. I was surprised like hell. First, I thought like it's some joke or they want something from me. Like.
No.
But it was really nice. It was really nice for me.
If you guys try and compete, that's where they're doing a lot of the tournaments, like Pans.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they do like where Pedro School is. The same. It's right like 10 minutes away, 15 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit outside of Orlando, but where Pedro is closer.
Yeah. I know, Pedro. This is your friend, and he have also done gym over there, or it's same city? No,
it's close, but it's a little bit outside of Orlando.
So you mean it's like on the side of the like a small village, whatever, of the Orlando, or
yeah, it's like another city almost.
Yeah, almost like another city. Yeah, actually, I meet. I remember you guys were going to compete. I meet him there. We was eating in the restaurant, and he come with a car, pick you up, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You guys were going. You was going to compete in Florida.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we met in the parking lot or something.
Miami, Florida, Miami. Mm-hmm. Compete Miami. Yeah. And I know also him. I don't know him like personal, but I know him from John when you were talking, and I know he was even in Gothenburg. John, that was a few years ago in Old Baja gym. He took him to Pedro. It's called Pedro, yeah.
Yeah. He was there. I think you must have been there, Tomasz, when he was there.
No, I was exactly when he was in here. I was in America.
Oh, okay.
San Diego or somewhere.
Was it? Okay, I got you.
I was or in Rio, whatever. I was somewhere when he was. I always, and that's also John is planning now to pull the guys like from all work. He's gonna try to get now like some we call this holidays camp, whatever. He wants to get some guys from all the works, like a few guys. And now in the summer, and I'm like, man, but please do this when I'm here because it's always when I'm taking people in here. It was the same with Pedro, but from Portugal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to visit you, and day before when I was flying to the United States, he came to us visit us for 2 weeks. So I went there, and then also Pedro was, and then after Pedro went, Pedro went. They come these 2 guys from New York.
The I'm gonna call them the Bolo guys.
The Bolo guys, yes.
Yeah.
So like a lot of visitors, really good guys, which you can pull a lot of new techniques. Then I of course somewhere else, but I was actually I was really happy with you, and that doesn't matter.
I mean, you've had some good vacations, Tomasz. So
yes, I was having very good vacation. It was a really cool vacation, and actually we said next time like we want to go to Miami to see Miami.
Miami is kind of crazy. I don't know if it's the best city for kids.
Say hi, Alec. Now say hi. Of course. He's shy.
Come on. I want to see him.
Oh, that, but he's shy.
If you go to Miami, you can go to Florida Keys. It's very, very nice. It's so south of Florida, south of Miami. It's like little islands.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, almost like, going to the Caribbean almost.
This is something sounds like when I was doing the road trip from San Francisco down to San Diego. When you're going this, how you call this highway?
Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, which you always, it actually was beautiful. It was really beautiful there. Like you have always in one side.
But it's more tropical. And if you go to Miami, it's more tropical.
More tropical, yes, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
tropical,
It was not tropical. That's true. There more was down when we was going to San Diego. There was started a bit, but it was not. For example, and also I was in some town. We was having stop. We were sleeping in some fucking I forget this name now. This city, but it was not B. But never mind. But it was like in the night was 6 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Man, in the morning 10 o'clock was getting 30 degrees, and 2 hours later was almost 42 or something. Mm-hmm. I was like, how can be the difference of the and this was there was in the middle of the way from San Francisco to San Diego. I remember that right now I just Bulleton, whatever. It was a small city, it was not a big city. We was having stop because I couldn't drive anymore, so we took hotel. I remember it was and also where we landed in San Francisco was completely cold there. It was like 10 degrees.
It's cold, yeah.
In the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
I promise you. We was in September. We was in June, July. Yeah, in September we was there, and it was cold. It was 10 degrees. It was sunshine, but it was cold. It was cold. You could feel it. I was walking with the long pants and jacket.
I'm trying to think of some things for you guys for Miami. You got fight sports.
Sorry?
Cyborg.
What do you mean?
Cyborg. The fighter. The grappler. He's bald guy, really good. You know what I'm talking about. Cyborg.
No. Sorry, I don't know.
The fighter. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. This school.
Who?
Cyborg. I'll send you a picture.
Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg.
Sorry. Yes, I get it. Yes.
But they're not the nicest.
Yeah, he went to school in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, I think it's mostly Nogi.
Okay, but he also have a school in Poland, or even few.
Yeah, I think he does.
He was coming to Poland to promote couple of black belts there. So I know he have a school there.
There's some other guys too. If you go to Miami, just chill. Go to the beach, have good food.
Yeah, that was actually our dream. Actually, that was the plan. Also, when we come to visit you, we can go for one day there. But man, so much was driving all the time, driving.
Yeah, that's America.
We come next time. Yeah, you just drive.
I don't know if South Beach is not always the best. That's where people go to party, So, but if you go a little bit north, it's more relaxed, more calm.
But what do you prefer? Like California, talking about, for example, San Diego, Los Angeles, or Miami? Miami, which?
I mean, if you're young and party, Miami.
Miami, okay.
For party.
Okay.
But lifestyle, probably San Diego's better lifestyle wise.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually was feeling like when I was in, I don't like I don't say I don't like. But I don't like the way how people behave in Los Angeles. They are very weird. Compared to people, example, and compare like when I was in Orlando or San Diego, there was more friendly, there was more open, in LA was more like people, with this star, they want to be star or whatever.
Yeah.
They are better like you, they just try to show this. That's what I was feeling, but of course not everyone, but it was more often, like in example in San Diego or Orlando.
It's so expensive there, man. People just so stressed just to live there, so expensive housing. Man, we're just like.
I mean, the food actually was not expensive when I was living there. It was not expensive, but I hear about. I mean, to stay in some to rent out something was very expensive.
Yeah,
it was very expensive. So
it's pretty bad.
So I remember when I find some hotel in LA, and I wrote to Tony like, hey, I have the price. That's probably for this price. Probably we're gonna sleep under the bridge.
Yeah.
And then I sent him the pictures, and that was really nice. How did you find it? It was actually, I don't know how I just find it. It was not the best hotel, but was not the worst one. Not like was okay. Was okay for the staying there, because we were staying for a few weeks.
The hotel's not bad, but like to live there, your rents.
Oh no, I know. I know some people. They very very expensive. That's very. That I know. You can even see by Airbnb. It's also expensive Airbnb if you want to rent out. If you want to, you can see that compared to another prices. We don't talking about something for like $100. We're gonna start talking about $300 per night.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive.
We have a lot of people were leaving California, so they went to Texas, Tennessee, Atlanta. A lot of people have come to Atlanta, Florida.
I need to visit. I need to go to Atlanta. I want to see your town, man.
It's a lot of driving, but there's stuff. We have like a big aquarium. We have we have like sharks in there, whale sharks.
You know who always he always is mad when I'm mad. He always writing to me when I'm in United States. The Michael Bix. He's always writing to me. Why you don't come to Atlanta? Because I remember when I met him first time in Gothenburg, and we were spending a bit of time. We went party with Yuan, with Leo and Mike, and he like, man, if you want to come and visit United, come to me. You have a space. You can always in my place. You can sleep, whatever you want to do. Come to Atlanta. And I always when I'm in the United States, like, I'm sharing some stuff in Instagram, whatever. He just like writing like, what the fuck? Why don't come to Atlanta? Come.
Yeah, you had to come hang out with him.
Yeah, when I was in Orlando, he also was writing. Like, come on, it's not so far from Orlando to Atlanta. Come by for a few days. I said, man, I can't. I told him, like, I promise you, next time I will come to Atlanta.
Just prepare yourself, because you have to prepare yourself, because you're gonna be partying with him.
Yeah, I know. He's I remember when we went out in Gothenburg and party. And he was so sure about himself, like very to how do you call it?
Like confident.
Talk with the girls. To talk with the girls, yeah, that's what I mean. So he did. I remember there was a girl on the street. We walking. He say something, and she just really gets pissed. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? And he get a fucking shock, like, and Leo or Yuan like. I told you that this is not America. We are in Sweden. With different behaviors, You think even if you are cool and you are looking good, that's not enough, sometimes the girls in here, they are very, very special, very special. And I don't understand why it's like that, and I don't even want to know. I have a wife.
I kind of like the girls in Europe. Like in America,
I'm not saying all Europe. I'm talking about only Sweden. Compared to Poland, it's completely different. in Poland, the girls were gonna smile to you, they were gonna talk to you, even if they don't want anything, just gonna try to have a respect and be nice to you. Here, if you don't have this contact eye with a girl, like I don't like play, you like something's coming, they will gonna fuck off. Don't talk to me. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very weird. Sometimes it's not. We're not talking about even getting a girl to bang the girl later. It's just to go and just talk. You know, to get the. I don't know. Talk. It's just like to talk.
It's so weird in Sweden. Like
you don't want really. They just because they. I don't know. It's very weird. It's weird, man. It's weird.
I definitely felt like if you didn't know the person in Sweden, like you're just like I'm not gonna talk to them. Like if you don't know them, like we're just not gonna talk. In America, like I would talk to a stranger, like hey, you know, just randomly, it's okay. In Sweden, I didn't talk if I didn't know the person, like
don't. I see when I was exactly what I want to say was, but actually you start saying about like when I was in America, I see the people are so friendly. You can feel in the moment like you're talking with the person, and then in the moment you feel like almost like your friend already. It's not friend, but he give you the feeling like that.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? In Sweden, you will not gonna have this. You know, you will not gonna feel this. It's also getting a friend, really a good friend in Sweden, will get you years to people stop trying to. Which okay, I understand some way, but you know, example with you, for me we know each other for so many years, but to be a friend, we was like 2 years. 2 years. He would really protect himself to don't let me to come close. You know, he would just like be so, but don't come close. But he trust me. I remember there was first trust come like when we went to Poland and I take care of them. You understand what I mean?
Like, that wasn't too long ago, Tomek.
Yeah, I understand. But like I don't. So they was joining the time in Poland. They was party whatever, and then we come back and then he will start open more, you know, and it was better and better. So like I say, it's very hard time with these people in Sweden to get a friend. But if you're gonna get a friend, I hear that it's not for this. I don't know yet, but it's for the end of your life. That's how true it is. That many people say to me, like, which living longer like me in Sweden. Like, if you get a friend or some Swedish friend in here, and you're gonna be friends, then it's for the end.
But it's so different. It's so different with like people that immigrate to Sweden. You know, like you know, people from Poland. Everybody except for Swedish people, like pretty much, you can make friends with.
Yeah, but there's Sweden is actually I can start see the Sweden like also United States, you know, because here you can find actually from any country in all Europe and all world actually people in here which living in here, but I can see like another people with a different country. You can when you talk, they are much more open. They are much more funny. They are I don't know. They are not so fixed. You know, they like compare when you with Swedish people. Swedish people usually they are very like I'm not saying all because that's also it's not nice to say like all, but the most I can say like they are very stiff. They are very like having distance, really distance from you, and then don't let you to come too close. You know. So I can see this, and that's something which all Sweden have it, and with the time I can also see like I will start getting like that. I also start be like that, same like them, you know, like which I feel I was always person which love to be with the people, you know, around the people. Now I just feel like I don't want to be with anyone. I just leave me alone, you know, and then. And then at the same time, I'm complaining like, why no one is calling me?
Yeah.
And they're like, because you don't call, you don't write in. You know, it's the same. It's working both. And then it's like, I just feel okay. Then I'm try to build like, I'm calling, I'm asking, I'm trying to be like, so with all the friends around, like, how they feel, and then I'm pushing, but they don't. And then with the time, actually, John, actually, I can say David. They the most like writing to me, like, hey, how you feel, how you doing, you know what I mean. The rest, like I'm talking about Swedish, they don't. They just there is like a someday maybe they will call you if something happens.
No.
Or you're gonna call first, that's what I mean. So and I know how good it is sometimes to hear like someone is thinking about you, even because if someone just writing you without any reason, just write you, how are you, how you feel. He's just like, oh, fine, that's nice. He's thinking about me, That sounds like something okay. It's nice. It's nice. So yeah. So in Sweden, it's like you know yourself. You know yourself.
I know.